Hey guys, it is Monday evening. I just got in from work. It is about 6:15 or so, and I'm starting on dinner. I also have started a pantry challenge with Sutton's Daze, so I will be linking that video somewhere in this video towards the end of the week, and follow along with that. But this is the chicken that I'm going to do, the stuffed chicken breast, and I will make sure and link the video on how to do that. It's just spinach and bacon and sun-dried tomatoes with a mixture of cheese, all stuffed into a chicken breast. I will also be making deviled eggs, mushrooms, Caesar salad. I still need to go grab some corn out of the freezer for the boys, and I'm also making them a dessert. This is all for my pantry fridge or freezer, so it goes along with the pantry challenge. And the whole thing together is under $3 for this dessert because I bought everything on clearance and bought it last fall. So I want to go ahead and get some of this used up, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm a little further along. Okay guys, here is dinner. I ended up scrapping the mushrooms. Those are going to go to the chickens. They were just a little bit too far gone. I just put a few breadcrumbs and some sesame seeds in here. I need to finish mixing this up. In place of the mushrooms, I just grabbed a jar of fresh peaches that I canned earlier in the year out, and I'll just put those in some little small dishes. Here are the deviled eggs, corn, and instead of stuffing the chicken, I wanted to kind of cook a little bit faster. So I sliced it and browned it lightly on each side and then just smothered it in the spinach mixture. So I have the cakes here that I just took out of the oven, and those are cooling. As soon as they are completely cool, then I'll go ahead and frost them for the boys tonight. So this is what we're having for dinner. I'm gonna go ahead and dish up my plate. The boys are doing an oil change on my dad's truck, so they're gonna be 20 or 30 minutes away, and Chris is at least 20 minutes away. So this will stay warm. The cast iron will keep it plenty hot, and if I need to warm anything up, I will, but I think it should still be perfectly fine for them whenever they get home. Okay guys, this is my dinner. I have a chicken breast with just a little bit of corn, deviled egg, a little bit of peaches, and some salad. Plenty for the guys whenever they come in. It's all set up and ready to go. So this is the aftermath what the kitchen currently looks like. I ended up with more extra teams than I thought I was going to end up with tonight, so I had to break out more peaches and a few other things and fill out dinner. I didn't expect to have Trent tonight, and it was his 21st birthday. Thankfully I had made a cake. Unfortunately it was not an overly special cake, but at least I had cake and ice cream here and was able to give all the kids cake and ice cream. So this is what's left of the cake. I'm getting ready to do a cleanup. All the boys are outside right now helping Trevlyn with her car. There's something broken on it. I don't know exactly what, but Chris went out there to help them get it up on the lift, and I am going to tackle the kitchen. So, okay, I better get started. It is like almost 9:20. All right, kitchen is clean enough. There are dishes in the dish drain, but the counters are wiped down. Goodbye, son. You better be good. Uh-huh. They're going out with their friend's 21st birthday. I'm giving them all the warning because they're not old enough to drink yet. So, all right, kitchen is clean, floors are swept, and I'm gonna go sit down for a few minutes. Hey guys, it is Tuesday. I'm on my lunch break, and I just pulled ingredients to make taco salad out of the fridge and the pantry. I have turkey and sausage here, turkey and ground pork, homemade taco seasoning, home canned pinto beans, some scoops, and I have lettuce and tomato that I will cut up along with sour cream and salsa to go on top. And I'll probably just cut up some fruit to go along with it tonight. But I need to get back to the office, so I will catch up this afternoon. Hey guys, it is Tuesday evening. It's about 6:45 or so, and I am just wrapping up dinner. I came in maybe 20 minutes ago from the office. Taco salad is one of those that you can whip up so fast as long as your meat is defrosted. Even if it's not, you can pop it in the microwave and defrost it in a few minutes. But tonight's dinner is super simple. I thought I had a whole bunch of romaine lettuce in the fridge, but I did not. I have this salad kit, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull the pouch out that has the blue cheese and bacon crumbles and stuff out, and I'll just have lettuce later and make the kit with it. But I'm just going to end up using the lettuce that's in here for our dinner tonight. I'm going to skip the taco salad or the corn chips to make it low carb, trim healthy mama. I have some green onions cut up for the guys. I personally do not like onions on top of mine. I do not eat onions raw of any sort. They have to be well and truly dead and cooked for me to eat onions. I have some fresh tomato cut up. I just pulled and washed some grapes and some apples to go along with dinner. And then in the pan, I've already seasoned up. I have onions, turkey, pork, pinto beans, garlic, and homemade taco seasoning all mixed in here and ready to go. And for the topper, I don't know if anybody's going to want any homemade salsa or not, so I have not pulled a can of that yet. Jaden prefers Thousand Island, but I'm pretty sure I'm out, so he probably will want ranch on his. Trevlyn is on her way back from St. Augustine. She had to go have her car repaired today, and she's on her way back, so she probably will have sour cream, maybe ranch. Chris most likely will have sour cream, and I will have sour cream. Sometimes I'll put homemade salsa on top. Sometimes I'll do Thousand Island. Sometimes I'll do sour cream. To keep it low carb, I'll do the sour cream tonight. But I'm going to go ahead and make up some plates. Jaden's weed eating outside right now. I just hollered at him to come in. And I'm going to go holler at Chris and check my tracking to see how close Trevi is to home and get everybody fed, because I have a lot to do tonight. Sutton's Daze posted a video, I guess, yesterday, but I just saw it today, about the pantry challenge, which I did start the pantry challenge food-wise. Everything here came from my pantry. But she's also doing weekly kind of motivation, weekly homework, I guess you could call it. And this week is freezer inventory, which I really need to do a freezer inventory because I was expecting Zaycon orders all over last month, the month before, next month. And with what happened with Zaycon, I've just been kind of buying meat whenever I see it on sale and just kind of shoving it in the freezer because I've not had time to really get in there and organize. And I need to go through my produce freezer and go through it and see what I can. And if there's anything that has gotten freezer burned, if it needs to go to the chickens. So I'll be doing that. In addition, I need to start on the kitchen this week if I have time to start switching over some of the cabinets. So it's a busy week. We may be having company come in tonight, 3 to 5 people. I'm not 100% sure. They have not called yet to say whether or not they'll be in. So I don't want to get things too strung out and then end up with company. So the guys, there's some cake left over. The boys put a hurting on it this morning whenever they came in. I think they may have had cake for breakfast. I'm not really sure. But that is, I'd say 70% gone or more. So if they want more cake tonight after dinner, they can have that for dessert. All right, I'm going to go holler at the boys and get everybody's plates dished out. Okay, guys, this is my dinner. I have a mix of salad greens underneath with meat, some tomatoes, sour cream, some grapes and apples. All right, I'm going to dig in. Hope everyone else is having a great evening. Hey guys, it is Wednesday. I am on my lunch break and I was pulling stuff out of the freezer to defrost to make for dinner tonight. I'm going to do some pepper steak, I believe. Still haven't heard if we're going to be getting company tonight, so plans may change last minute if I need to do something else. So this is just a large piece of sirloin that I pulled out. I'm going to cut up and turn it into pepper steak. And these are peppers from the garden. These are obviously grocery store peppers. Onion, this is squash from the garden. So I'm gonna let this defrost, and then I might just go ahead and defrost it and marinate it, because this meat, we were really unhappy with this meat. It was very gamey. This was from like an organic grass-fed cow and all that, and it just, we just don't love the meat. It tastes very, very gamey, so I always have to marinate it and really season it for it to taste well. So I need to go ahead and probably defrost it and put it in some marinade so that it'll be okay. And then I'm just going to chop up the vegetables to cook with it to do stir fry. I'll probably make some rice for the guys, possibly. I think so. I think I'm going to do rice for the guys. I'm not going to have rice because I'm also going to make sweet potato fries. I love the sweet potato fries. They are so good. And I'll probably put one more vegetable with this for dinner tonight. I'm not sure what. Maybe I'll cut up some fresh vegetables or something. I need to use up some vegetables in the freezer, and I may run outside and go pick my mushrooms to add into this. That would probably be good also with the pepper steak. I just thought of that. Last night I stayed up until like 2:15 or 2:30 reorganizing cabinets because Chris really wanted glasses right here next to the refrigerator. That meant I had to move all of my food cabinets somewhere else because I didn't want the plates in one spot, the glasses in one spot. I'm trying to get away from a lot of my Tupperware, so I have all this glass storage stuff, and I did go ahead and purge a ton of stuff, and I moved this over here. The thing is, I absolutely hate it. I really, really do. This is all the stuff I've not gotten rid of yet. Bags of stuff that I'm going to donate and bags of stuff that are trashing. And I have 2 other bags of stuff that I'm going to recycle that are plastic bins that don't have lids, or lids that don't have bases. I did save some Tupperware up there, large containers, and I have small storage containers behind it so that we can send food home when we have company with people in their containers that I'm not worried about getting back. But I moved all the food stuff over here. The thing is, the labels don't work. I don't see, when I pull this out, I'm not immediately able to see all the labels from the front. It means I'd have to relabel all the tops, and I had them organized in the cabinet really the way I liked them. So I told Chris, I said, I love you, but I hate this, and I want to move the glasses and all of the dishware back on that side. I tried to do it to make him happy because he really wanted the dishware over closer next to the refrigerator. So we're going to compromise. The glasses and stuff were down on this shelf. I am going to move all the glasses and stuff up here, and then I'm going to put the plates and stuff here, and then use these down here that are harder to get to for stuff that I use, like my casserole dishes and baking dishes and all of that. And all of this stuff, because these bins and everything were just absolutely perfect. All of these fit my cabinets beyond perfect. It's like they were made for the cabinets. And I'm just very unhappy with how things were. And I know that things on this shelf are going to get lost. Things are going to get pushed to the back. Bread is going to go bad. It's just not a good layout. And I'd have to cut down all of my 3x5 cards. They're all bending up. I just don't like it. So I am going to do a little bit of reorganization. This will be a good opportunity for me to go through these bins again when I move them back and purge them. But I've already gone through all the dishware. I wasn't able to use the racks over in the cabinets because they were too deep, so I had to stack stuff up like this. And I didn't really like doing that either because it's a pain to put dishes away, and I just didn't love it. So I'll be moving everything again this afternoon or this evening sometime. But now that it's all in one place, and I did go ahead and purge a lot of it down, I think it will go back faster than it was moved because I did take the time to do that. So hopefully we can come up to a good compromise. You know, he always tries to do things to make me happy. I try to do things to make him happy. And he said, in normal houses, the glasses are next to the refrigerator and the dishes are above the dishwasher to make things easy to put away, which is true. But we have an oddly shaped kitchen, and our cabinets, these cabinets are not very deep at all. So trying to put things in there, the racks or anything, just don't work. I mean, the plates just barely fit on the shelves where the doors will close. So I just really don't like this. So we're going to compromise. I'm going to move all of the dishware up and make it easier. He's hurt his knee really bad and it's hard for him to squat down or lean over. So we're going to do that. I hope that it is going to make all of us happy and make it easier for everyone. So I'll be doing this probably tonight. And we'll see how it turns out. Hey guys, it is Wednesday evening and I am starting on dinner. There will actually be no kids home for dinner tonight, so this is not going to be a super large meal. Jaden is helping someone move today, and Trevlin went out to dinner with my parents. So these are some of the mushrooms that I picked that I grew on the back porch, and these are peppers from the garden along with these. I have some onions and squash that I'm going to all cut up to saute along with the meat and kind of do a pepper veggie steak. Instead of any rice, I'm going to just make some cauliflower rice. This is Italian cheese cauliflower rice and some sweet potato fries. I pulled these out of the freezer. I'm going to go ahead and get the sweet potato fries going first because they will take the longest. And then just to make kind of it a little more savory, I just pulled my container of Better Than Bouillon out, and I will add that in with a little bit of water just to give it a little more flavor to the meat. Okay, I'm gonna get started on this and we'll see how it turns out. Okay guys, this is dinner. This is the cauliflower rice with the peppers, onions, mushrooms, and steak over the top. And since this was a cheesy cauli rice, I just sprinkled a little bit of Parmesan over the top of everything with a sprinkle of parsley and some of my home canned peaches and sweet potato fries. All right, this is Chris's plate. I'm gonna run this into him and then make mine. Hey guys, it is Friday evening. I worked through lunch today. I had to run a bunch of errands for work, so I did not get a chance to prep anything or do anything, and then my plans changed again tonight. My dad was admitted into the hospital last night. My mom is with him. My daughter and I are going to go over there tonight, and we have my nephew right now. So I'm going to go ahead and prep lasagna, and then I'm going to try and see if I can get Jaden to actually put the layers together for me and put it in the oven for the guys to eat tonight. So Chris and Jaden and Connor will have lasagna for dinner tonight, and I'll see if Jaden can't make up some just like garlic toast or something along those lines, because I need to get a few things together to take to my mom at the hospital because she's staying with my dad, and I still need to get a shower and get changed, and I need to do all of that in 30 minutes. So I just walked in the door. It is 5:32 and my goal is to be out the door by 6. So I am defrosting meat in the microwave right now, and then I'm going to start putting all this together. This is going to be very quick, kind of like lazy lasagna, if you've ever seen that. I really don't have time to boil lasagna noodles and all of that. It is now 5:42 and I still have not gotten a shower. So I have browned up meat and onions and garlic, and I just put in some tomatoes and like a marinara sauce in here, and I just dumped dry pasta. This is like quick cook. It'll cook really fast, dry pasta, and I'll put just a little bit more water in here to make this water, so it'll just go ahead and cook in the spaghetti sauce, and the noodles will cook in there. Then I'll add in dollops of the filling, like what you would put in between the layers in lasagna with the, well, I have Parmesan, mozzarella, ricotta. I need to grab some more Italian seasoning, salt and pepper, and mix all that in there, and I'll put dollops of that, and then I will top it with mozzarella, and I have a little bit of this four cheese, not exactly Italian, but it's what I have, so the guys won't care. I'll just top it with a bunch of cheese and then pop it into the toaster oven and let it cook, and lay out some applesauce and maybe some toast, just because I don't have time to really do this in detail, and I didn't want Chris to have to order fast food or them do pizza. We have more than enough food in the house. I'm just taking a few minutes to cook. Okay guys, I just put the mixture in here and kind of swirled it like you do like a swirled cake mix or something, just to kind of put it all together. You can see it's still a little liquidy. The pasta has not absorbed all the liquid yet. I'm gonna go ahead and just dump a bunch of cheese on top and pop it in the oven. So it is Saturday. This is not exactly where I want to be today. It is sales tax free weekend for school supply shopping here in Florida, and this place is going to be crazy. Not only is it the beginning of the month, but it's the sales tax and back to school shopping. So I'm going to go in and get everything I need. When I've been doing Walmart lately, I've been doing the pickups, which is definitely what I prefer to do, but there are some things that I just can't order online. I'm getting Connor some shoes. I'm getting the kids school supplies for college. I'm also donating a bunch of school supplies for one of those fill the backpack things, and I need to go in and just see what kind of deals I can get. You just can't find that online as well, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that and get all that along with our normal groceries and stocking up. We leave for Steenhatchee in a couple of weeks, and then Chris really wants to go to camp next weekend, and we're possibly going to be doing that. So I need to get everything on my list and then some. Hey guys, it is 1:30 on Sunday afternoon. I have been doing laundry and household stuff all morning. I'm going to attempt to get it on the tractor this afternoon, but I still have to go to Gainesville to see my dad in the hospital before it is too late today. So I don't know if I'm going to get to tractor work or not, but I have been absolutely craving a pasta salad of some sort. And last night I saw on TV this like Italian pasta salad on one of the cooking channels, and I just decided, you know what, I'm going to see what I have, and I'm going to make a lower carb pasta salad. So I have a box of Dreamville penne that I'm gonna do, and the pasta salad they made that I saw on TV looked delicious, but they had like fresh green beans and stuff in it. I don't think anyone else in the family would eat raw green beans except me, and they also had raw onions and garlic in it, which I do not eat raw onions. Just, I can't stand it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these whole green beans that I have, and I am going to just cook them lightly, and I'm going to cook up onions and garlic with them, and then I'll cool them and add them into the salad. So we've got the green beans and the garlic and the onion flavor without the raw green beans and the raw onions and garlic. So I'll have the pasta, I have the green beans, onion, garlic, had a couple of cucumbers or these little mini cukes. I'm gonna put those in there. I'm gonna chop up some celery. There's my onions and garlic. And yesterday when I was at the store, they had these end pieces of meat, and this one is smoked turkey. And I'm gonna use some of the harder pieces that are the thicker ones to cut them into chunks, and we'll use the sliced part for sandwiches. And they also had an end piece of, I think this was ham. No, this one's turkey too. I guess one was smoked and there was a different kind. So there's two kinds of turkey here. I have ham out in the freezer, like ham cubes, but I don't think I'm gonna defrost that. I think there's enough of this right here. This is some fresh mozzarella, the little pearls. I put that in there. have half of a bell pepper. I have more bell pepper if I need it, but this is just one that I've used half of, so I can cut it up. And then I had seen these Wild Wonder Gourmet Medley tomatoes, and they just look delicious. I loved all the different colors, so I'm gonna put those. I have a ton of fresh basil growing on the front porch, so I'm going to pick a bunch of fresh basil, and I'll put some Italian seasoning, and then I have this Italian dressing packet that I'm going to mix with a little bit of olive oil and maybe a splash of maybe red wine vinegar. Just mix it all together and put it up. And then I picked up some French bread yesterday for the guys. I was going to make some pressed Cuban bread for Chris this morning for breakfast, but he ended up leaving and going and helping a friend with some boating things, so I did not do that. So I still have the French bread that the guys can have with this because I will not be here tonight. So this is going to be a make ahead thing for them to have for dinner, and I'll probably just cook up a couple of sausages. I have some kielbasa I really need to use up, so they can have pasta salad with some kielbasa and French bread for dinner, and then I'll just eat a bowl whenever I get a chance. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start putting this together. I also have eggs boiled on the stove because this is our boiled eggs for the week. These are our oldest eggs, so they'll peel easier, and I'll get these cooled down and in the fridge because I know we'll be doing English pea salad, deviled eggs, maybe some egg salad this week. I just love having boiled eggs when I'm low carbing, that I can just go grab a couple boiled eggs on my lunch break and call it good. So this is what I'm doing right now in between laundry and sweeping and dusting, and I still don't even know what my zones are today. I am not feeling 100% the last couple of days, so I'm just kind of slogging through. So I'm gonna get this going so that it can be chilled for tonight for dinner, and then keep on with my chores. I'll show you what it looks like whenever I'm done. Okay guys, I ended up using white wine vinegar, and I meant to just put a splash of this artisan black garlic balsamic vinegar, but I put way more than a splash. I probably put almost 1/8 of a cup or more. There was a 1/4 cup of this, at least 1/8 a cup of this. It called for 3 tablespoons of water. I just kind of eyeballed it, and then this Italian dressing mix, and I just mixed it up and dumped it in here. And this is what it looks like before I put it into its other big bowl. And as it cools in the fridge, I think a little bit more of the moisture from the tomatoes and everything else will be released in here. I'm debating on putting more black olives just because I really like black olives, but I don't know if everybody else would like the black olives as much as I do. What I ended up putting, I looked a little closer at the meats. This one is a seasoned sun-dried tomato turkey, and I just cut the thickest portion out of that was covered in seasoning. And I don't know if you can tell, some of the meat is roasted and super seasoned. And the other one was like a Thanksgiving roasted turkey is the way it was labeled. And I took the big thick chunk of that and just cubed it up and added it in here. I ended up cooking the bell pepper, the green beans, the onions, and the garlic together. Everything else I cut up raw, and I added a couple of carrots also, just for a little bit of crunch and color to go along with the celery. So I will probably be eating on this for a nice chunk of the week. I'll probably take my mom some of this to the hospital tonight. And she can, there's like a little fridge there. I took her a cooler, and they also have a little fridge that she can put stuff in. So this is something that she can snack on and enjoy because she's really trying to watch her carbs also. And this is the Dream-Filled low carb pasta. So on the whole, I think this is probably a pretty healthy meal. Yes, there is the carbs from the pasta and the carbs from like the carrots, you know, and tomatoes, but I think it's, in my opinion, pretty well balanced out with all the vegetables and everything else. So I'm going to go ahead and get this in another container and make a container up for my mom to take it to her and get it chilling in the refrigerator for dinner tonight, and then clean up my mess and keep on with the day. So this is all my scraps over here to go into my scrap bags in the freezer for stock, and then this was just a piece that was a little bit fatty that I saved out. I'm going to give to the dogs. So going to get everything cleaned up. I think this will be a really good dinner, and it'll probably be my lunches for most of the week, because I have a feeling there'll be quite a bit left over from dinner. And then tonight the guys can just have some sausages cooked up either on the grill or on the oven if they'd like, and some French bread toasted. All right, I'm gonna keep on with my day. Okay, and last but not least, the pantries all got switched around. This is all big storage containers, and there's smaller ones up behind it, so that we can send stuff with people. All the glasses, I have the coffee mugs in the back because we don't use those near as much. Chris usually has coffee in the office every morning. These are storage containers and some of our black mugs that we do not use very often. Plates are here. My casserole dishes are on the very bottom. And then my blender and a few other things are gonna go on this shelf to make it easier to get. So that is this one. And this is one of the food shelves. All my bread type stuff goes here. This is convenient stuff, mainly for Jaden and Chris, chips and cereal, pancake mix. Jaden loves to make pancakes. And then I have my baskets on the top with popcorn, oatmeal, crackers, granola, snack things, that type of thing. I have my bins back over here. I need to make some new labels. They're looking pretty torn up and one or two are missing. But I kind of went through and purged a bunch of stuff out of them, just kind of straightened them up, neatened them up. And I made a coffee drink bin over here that has like the filters and the little like Mio drops and the flavored water drops that you put in. Just put them all together, and some instant coffee. Sometimes Chris just wants to make something fast, and he'll make some instant coffee every now and then. So it's easily accessible for him. So the cabinets are back together. I also have my Lazy Susan, but it's so dark under there you really can't see. And the other cabinets have pretty much stayed the same. My other food cabinets, let's see, not too much has changed here. This is all my sweeteners. Some of these, actually no, those are sweeteners. Those don't get moved. So my vinegars, my oils, my sweeteners, that cabinet. This is my baking cabinet up here, all of my flours and things like that. And then my spices. And then I have the spice rack over here. So this is my working type pantry stuff. So it's all done. It's taken care of. These are some of my sweeteners. There's more sweeteners in here. I'm just trying to find exactly what I like. So, all right, guys, I hope everyone else has had a great week. Like 3/4 of the yard got mowed, went to the hospital, the house was clean, the laundry got caught up. So that is it for the week, and tomorrow is another day.